What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here today, you guys, with Let's Get Into the Blogs, you guys. No, I ain't done this in a few weeks, but hey, we here nonetheless. So these are going to be the topics for the week of June, June 30th through July the 5th, you guys. So before we go ahead and get into it, if you guys are watching this video or any other video on the channel and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I'll need you guys to do me a solid favor and stop taking me on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and also by turning on your post notifications, you guys. And with that out of the way, without further ado, let us go ahead and discuss what's hot and what's trending this week, shall we? All right, you guys. So what I'm gonna do with this one is I'm gonna include some stuff from what I would have done this week for They Cutting a Fool in this as well. And next week, you guys, I hopefully will get back to doing They Cutting a Fool and Let's Get Into the Blogs. But let's go ahead and talk about it. I guess the first thing we should talk about, and we'll briefly touch on this real quick and won't stay on it for like too long, because I promised myself that I wasn't going to, like I've said plenty of times before, I'm not going to let politics work me up. And I'm not going to, I know what I'm going to do when it comes to voting, but I just want to get this out the way, right? I did watch the presidential debate, right? And it was it show, SHIT show, right? We don't have anybody that's running for president that, I'm wow excited about, right? The one thing that I'm noticing is, people are so focused on Biden's age, right? When in actuality, he and the Orange Man are 3 years apart. So I don't really understand this whole thing of age. Like I was telling my friend yesterday, Biden has my vote no matter what, right? That man could be on the feeding tube. That man could be in hospice care. That man could be whatever, right? He still is getting my vote because I'm not voting for a convicted felon, a known liar, because on that debate stage, that man did nothing but lie. And the thing that helped him is that they didn't fact check anything that he said. So it made it seem like he was telling the truth about everything that he was saying, right? Even the whole black jobs comment, which I still don't know what a black job is considered, right? But whatever. Then, people have been talking about Project 2025. You guys, if you have not read that thing, it's scary as hell. I would suggest reading it. If you can't read it, go find the Cliff Notes. But just reading what they want to do, it's terrifying. And he's coming out saying that he doesn't support it, but there are some things in there that he doesn't. There's some things in there he doesn't agree with. Some keywords, you guys, and he also wishes them luck. Why would you wish them luck if there are things in there that you don't agree with? But I'm not here to tell anybody who to vote for, and that's just not what I'm gonna do. I just know for me personally moving forward that voting for that man is an absolute resounding hell to the no. It's just a no for me, you guys. But that's all I want to say, you guys. We need to, honestly, people want to try to sit here and say that it's fear mongering that our democracy is at stake. It's not fear mongering. It's the truth. Democracy is at stake. It really is with him. Whereas he wants to say that if we don't vote for him, we may never have another election again. But if you guys notice what the Supreme Court did this week, with them saying that the president has immunity for anything that they do that is an official act, that's gonna do a lot of damage too. Because what is considered an official act when it comes to a president, right? But it is what it is, you guys. I'm not telling anybody how to vote, but what I will say is, if you look like me, it might not be in your, I don't care how rich you are or anything. Just because you're rich, it's not going to change how that man feels about you. But, I'm not here to preach. That is all I got. That is really all I have to say, you guys. Make the best informed decision for yourselves, and That's all I gotta say. It is, that's really truly all that I can say. Make the best informed decision for yourselves. And we'll leave it at that. But we'll pause here and we'll move on to the next story, you guys. Shall we? All right, you guys. So the next thing that I want to talk about real quickly is so you guys know that this is going to these two stories are kind of lumped in together. The BET Awards, they were this past Sunday on BET, VH1, some of the Viacom stations. Review is up. Go check out the review. So I didn't watch all of the pre-show with the red carpet and everything. I watched bits and pieces of it, and I saw certain people show to the red carpet, and I was like, "What in the hell do they have on?" One person in particular that I looked at, and I was like, "Girl, what is this that you wearing?" Lil Mo. I was like, "What does she have on? Does she know what she has on?" That was one person, right? But then, you started seeing those pictures of people coming out, and the one person that I saw that looked a plum fool, Angela Simmons. Angela went to the BET Awards, and she had this little clutch. I guess is it a clutch? I think it was a clutch purse, right? Because she was just clutching it, and it was in the shape of a gun, and she pointed it at she was doing like this, and I was like, that is so insensitive. That, because when I saw her, I was like, I was looking at it, I'm like, well, I don't think it's a real one because it's bedazzled and it's green. So I was like, I don't think it's a real gun. But then I was like, what the fuck is it? So I kept reading, and then it trickled down, and I found out that it was just a bag. So she got a lot of backlash from it. She got a lot of backlash from it, and so she came out and she put out a statement. At one point, she was trying to make it seem like she was just having fun, but then I kept sitting there thinking to myself, it's like I kept sitting here thinking to myself, like, Angela, didn't your son's father, Sutton, the cause of his death was someone, someone did that to him. Someone popped him. And I was like, why would you would be the last person I think that I would think would do that. Like, I would literally think that she would be the last person that would do that. But because it was so confusing. But I know she has since come out and apologized. Because here's her quote. It says, "So I see a conversation around the bag, the purse I wore to the awards." She said in the video, "I'm not like that, never been like that. I'm not violent." Simmons continued, I've obviously been through a lot in my personal life when it comes to gun violence, and it's very personal to me, but I just liked the bag and thought it was cool and thought it was a fashion moment. That was it. I didn't have any intentions of ruffling anyone's feathers." But again, like I just said, your ex-fiance Sutton, he was shot and killed. So I just don't understand why you know what, it doesn't make any sense to me, especially as someone who is a victim of the violence from that weapon. So I just didn't understand why she thought that it would. I don't understand. And I'm gonna go back to her statement. What she said, that she thought it. She thought that it was. She liked the bag. She thought it was cool and thought it was a fashion moment. It was cool, a fashion moment, and you like the bag. Now I know Yo Gotti is coming out with his little 2 cents. I don't really care. It's just, to me, it was just extremely weird. Like, it was really weird. Uh, just weird. Then he went to his Instagram story. He said she was just practicing with the green heart, red heart, the water gun emoji, because I think that's a water gun, and then the crying, laughing emoji with LOL. So you're making fun of it it's like, okay, I really, really can't with these people. I truly can't. I know she won't do that again, but I just didn't think, I don't understand why she thought that was the moment, the move, whatever she thought it was. But hey, let me know what you guys thought about it. And we will discuss, we'll move forward and talk about the next subject, you guys. Well, the next subject. But again, all this stuff that I'm talking about now is literally a part of the BET Awards. So let's pause here and move forward. All right, you guys. So, in an interesting story after the BET Awards, we saw as Lemmy Plummer and Ray J, they got into it. I was like, now, Ray J, you know you too old for this BS. Like, sit your ass the hell down. Like, please sit down, Ray J. So they got in. So Ray J and Lemmy got into it at a BET Awards after party, and I don't think we know the particulars of what happened at the after party, but you can in a video you see Lemmy and Ray J face to face just arguing, and the security is there in between them. Now, honestly, I don't think either one of these niggas are busting grape. Let's just be real. Ray J, Ray J is a clown, and so and I just think Lemmy is. When it comes to Lemmy, there are so many things that I think about Lemmy, and none of them good, right? Now, one thing about Lemmy that I think good, because when it comes to the Zeus Network and his platform, it exploits. Let's just be real. It exploits black women. It doesn't. It exploits some black men, right? But it mostly exploits black women. It exploits black and brown women. Let's keep that real, because that's mostly what's on Baddies, Jocelyn's Cabaret. Then you do have some of the LGBT that be on there, like on Bad Boys. I know Bobby's had a show. It just exploits people, and I can't keep up with. I don't keep up with that network anymore, you guys. I did have a subscription to it, but when they gave Blueface and Krishan the show, that was the point where I was like, you know what? We're gonna be done with this. We're gonna be done with this situation, because I can't keep up with this show. I have nothing to do. I can't do this show no more, right? So according to this article from All Hip Hop, it says Ray J's beef with Zeus Network CEO Lemmy Plummer has turned violent following an altercation at the BET Awards after party. Why do they have a beef with each other? Can you guys tell me? Now, I do know that Ray J is part of, is it Tronics? I do know I think he has his own little network. Is that why they're beefing? But it says on Sunday, June 30th, the feud came to a head after the pair crossed paths at an event. Footage circulating online shows Ray J and Plummer engaged in a heated conversation at the center of a large crowd. Multiple people attempted to intervene between the pair, but Ray J wanted to smoke and swung on Plummer. Ray J swung on Lemmy when his security was right there in front of him. Be for real. It says as people tried to separate them, Ray J disappeared before returning moments later with a backpack in hand. Again, passerby intervened, begging Ray J to stop as he appeared to reach in his bag for something. His entourage eventually managed to bundle him into a car, preventing the situation from escalating further. Y'all, Ray J, so he's reaching in his bag. Okay, Ray J. Okay, Ray J. So what you gonna do? You gonna blast the food? You gonna blast that man in front of a whole crowd of people, in front of people recording? Ray J knew he wasn't gonna do nothing with whatever was in his bag. Let's just be real about that. He may be a lot of things, but stupid is just not one of it. So it says back in May, Ray J accused the Zeus Network co-founder of abusing women, branding him the Black Jeffrey Epstein. He also claimed Plummer manipulates women into sleeping with him to get a spot on the network. I mean, I don't disagree with that. If you guys know I don't really cover Zeus Network stuff. I don't cover them. I don't cover any of the drama that's going on. I think I talked about it briefly a few months ago. The stuff with Natalie when he was cussing Natalie out over the phone. And, I do believe I do believe he sleeps with those girls. I think he was a pipsqueak in school, and so now that he got a little bit of money, he got this network. He uses that. This is allegedly. These are my thoughts and my opinions, right? I do believe he uses that to his advantage. Like, oh, you want to come on Baddies? Oh, you want to come on Jocelyn's Cabaret? Well, you got to sleep with me in order to do that, because the rumor is, and again, this is a rumor. I don't know this to be true, but there's a girl named Scotty, I believe, right? So allegedly he's sleeping with the girl Scotty, who's on Baddies, which I have noticed that she is pretty much on every season of Baddies, right? Another thing, I wonder how much do like the Neighborhood Talk and the Jasmine brand get paid to post the Zeus content, because I'm forced to see Zeus content against my will. I see it on Twitter and I think what I'm gonna have to do is block, mute it, because I don't watch that show. So I see it on Twitter all the time. I always see it on Instagram, like I said, the Neighborhood Talk and the Jasmine brand. It's just always there, and I'm like, why am I seeing this against my will? I never understand, right? But so that's what it is. So I agree with Ray J, to be honest with you guys. But like I said, he's been accused of sleeping with that girl Scotty. There's some girl named Anna Mack, which I don't know her, but they say he slept with her. Who else? It's just the list. Hell, even Natalie, because I heard, like I said, I heard that audio, and the audio he was saying that he done smashed Natalie. So it is what it is, you guys. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. We'll pause here and we'll move on to the next thing. All right, you guys. So the next thing that I want to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it, but it is a story this week. Netta and fucking Charles. You guys, I ain't never been so sick of two people in my damn life, but I am sick to death of Netta and Charles. Like, I blame y'all for making them fools famous, because what in the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Oh, God, those two get on my nerves. So, now, I didn't know this prior to the BET Awards, that, because I don't keep up with Netta and Charles. I only see Netta and Charles when those two show up on my timeline. That's it. Other than that, I don't know nothing about Netta and Charles. So, now here's the thing. I will kind of, no, I can't defend them. Yes, I can a little bit, right? So, Miss Netta and Charles, well, mostly Miss Netta. Miss Netta is delusional. One thing I will say about Miss Netta is Miss Netta is delusional as hell. So Miss Netta has been talking about the fact that they were going to the BET. Now, I did see a video last night where at one point Miss Netta was saying, yeah, her and Charles were going to the BET Awards, and she was performing. So then she flipped it and said, well, I don't know. She came back a few weeks later and said, well, she doesn't know that she and Charles are going to be walking the red carpet. She doesn't know if they're going to be presenting an award or if she's going to perform her one hit song. Child, I didn't even know it was a hit. I knew she had a song, but I didn't know that thing was a hit. But okay, knock yourself out, right? If that's what you want to believe that. So, yeah, so after that, she just kept saying that, yeah, we going to the BET Awards. We going to the BET Awards, right? So they went out to LA. Her manager got them out there. Now, they went out there on their own dime. They bought their plane ticket. They paid for their hotel. They did not have a ticket to the show. Now, there's this woman named Hillary, who I don't know who she is, but Hillary is saying that Netta and Charles got detained when they were at the BET Awards because they did not have tickets. And so they went up to actual real celebrities. And I'm kind of confused because I didn't see a whole lot of celebrities at the BET Awards, but okay. But there were some celebrities. We're not going to sit here and pretend and act like there were no celebrities there. It just wasn't a lot. But so according to this Hillary person, they went up to actual real celebrities and they, I guess, tried to talk to them. And so those people said, went to security and told them. So I guess Netta and Charles were under AI surveillance or something like that. And Ms. Netta says that that's not true. I do believe that y'all probably did get detained because if you're trespassing, they're going to get you and you don't want to leave their property, they're going to detain you. They may not arrest you, but they will detain you. Ned and Charles are delusional because that woman also said that Charles was on probation and Ned is under investigation. Charles came back in the video and said he's not on house arrest. I was like, nigga, she didn't say you're on house arrest. She said you were on probation. Then and I also blame y'all. When I say I blame y'all because in the video in the live he did in that little bitty ass pool, that inflatable pool, might I add, he was talking about, yeah, when you real celebrities, nigga, what? Nigga, who? You are not a celebrity. Like, oh my God, the delusions with those two. Mm-mm. The delusions. It's the delusions for me, girlfriend. It's the delusions for me. It's the delusions for me. So, we get to the story, and I don't know if they were I don't know if what happened is partly their management's fault or if it's on them too, right? Do your due diligence. Because the way it sounded like someone had reached out to them saying that they were invited to it sounds like, so if you guys, it's very common, especially as a YouTuber, right? I'm gonna show you guys some of my emails because I get so many spam emails, and because some of them be like, we want you to do this, we want you to do that. Let's see. Junk mail. Okay. Let's see if I can find some. Like, here's one. It's something. It's somebody trying to invite me to a conference that I know is fake as hell. Because, yeah, it says, hi, we're offering access to the SHRM Annual Conference and Expo attendees data for 2024. The list includes 19,826 verified contacts for $1,629. Interested? Please reply to the email for more info. And these people have been emailing themselves and not me, because it's been in my spam. But I mean, yeah, because see, child, like it's I get those, like I get a lot of spam about, I've been invited to places, people want to do business with me and all that kind of stuff, and it just sometimes it trickles to my my regular email, and I just swipe. Like, here we go. Elite Marketing Group presents the Inner Circle exclusive report. Welcome to this week's edition of our newsletter. We've got an exciting lineup of content and updates. Like, this is something about a damn some kind of, like, y'all see this? None of this shit is real. So I think Ms. Netta and Charles didn't do their own due diligence and just kind of sift through some of the bullshit, because I think y'all got scammed. I really truly believe that y'all got scammed. But I also think some of it could be attached to their manager and whatnot. And that's really all I got to say. But what really blew me was Ms. Netta was when that woman or man, whatever the hell, I don't know what, I think Joe has said he's a man. I don't keep up with Joe like that, and I don't care to. But what really blew me with Ms. Netta was when that fool, that delusional fucking fool, got on that camera. It was saying that the BET Awards had the highest ratings ever, right? And then that fool had the audacity to sit there and say that the reason they had the highest ratings is because Ms. Netta and Charles were coming. I said, I know you fucking lying. Run that back. So because two Z-list, I ain't gonna say Z-list. So two soon-to-be has-beens, because y'all really riding that wave with that 15 minutes of fame. Y'all are really riding it. But because people who don't really know y'all I can't even put this word, like, this person, this person literally said, Netta said that the reason that the BET Awards had the highest ratings is because of them, but y'all went on the red carpet. So make that make sense, Netta. Please make it make sense. Please make it make sense, cause it don't. It literally don't. Okay, you know what? I want to be as delusional as Netta. One of these days, I just want to be as just have the delusions that fool has. I just want to have the delusions of that fool. But hey, yeah, you guys, that's really all I got for Netta and Charles. Let me know what you guys thought about them two fools in the comments below, you guys, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next story. That's again, all this shit is dealing with the BET Awards right now. All right, you guys. So the next thing with the BET Awards. Now, this one, I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm not upset about the story, but I think that the story got blown up more than what it should have been. The situation with Keith Lee and Taraji, right? Like I said in my review of the BET Awards, was it cringy what happened with Taraji and Keith Lee? 100%, right? But then we see Keith Lee, so the rose that he took a video where he threw the rose on the ground, right? And I don't know what his intentions were with doing that. I know that he said that that rose wasn't meant for him. And I was like, okay, that's fine. You don't feel like the rose was meant for you, but did you have to do that? I think that was a little extreme, but okay. I mean, that's how he felt, right? Now, I don't know if people ate him up in the comments or not, but I'm assuming that's what happened, because then he came back out and he was like, he doesn't blame Taraji. He likes Taraji. You know, they moved him, so he was in the wrong seat. And I kind of figured that much because if you guys don't know, they do a rehearsal before the show. So Taraji probably rehearsed that numerous times, so she probably knew where her mark was. And I mean, the consummate professional, right? Even if you realize, because that was a skit. Let's just be real, you guys. Because I know people were saying his wife's face was looking away. He said that his wife, they knew that there was a skit, right? But I think what happened, the professional, what I'm thinking happened is Taraji was like, oh shit. Or maybe Taraji don't know who Keith Lee is, right? Maybe she don't. I don't know, right? But even if she knew who he was and she walked by, so when it comes down to it, when it comes to production, you have your spots where, so you walk down, and most times they'll put an X right there, right, for you to step. That's your spot. Or even, so she knew her spot. So that guy that she went up to, that was her spot to, talk to Keith Lee. But I guess production must have put him in the wrong fucking seat. And I was like, so as much as, I know people were upset with Keith Lee. I know Taraji came out and said something. My real issue is with production, right? Why come whoever moved Keith Lee, why didn't y'all put him in the correct seat? Because Taraji still hit her mark. And that's because if you saw real time, she looked back because the guy was like, Keith Lee is right there. She's like, fuck. That's why I think that's why she said shit. Because she was like, y'all niggas, because I bet she was thinking like, y'all niggas moved him and I'm hitting my damn spot. And then this happens, right? Let me know what you guys think. Like, my personal opinion is I think Keith Lee kind of did a little bit too much. But you guys can tell me your thoughts and your opinions in the comments below. And we're gonna pause here and we're gonna move forward, you guys. And we are done with stories from the BET Awards, you guys. Let's move forward. Damn it, you guys, I should have put this at the beginning of the video. But unfortunately, I did not. So we're gonna put it right here in the middle. This ain't even the middle of the video. It's down at the end of the video. I don't like to end on a sad note, so we got two more stories that can outweigh this story, because it's a sad story. So earlier this week, if you guys watch Love and Marriage Huntsville, right? I've watched it since season one. I am not currently watching this season, and I'm kind of happy that I'm not watching this season because it doesn't seem like anything has changed with this season. So I don't feel like I'm at first. When the season started and the episode started airing, I was like, oh, am I making a mistake by not reviewing? Because what I was gonna do if I continued to review it, I was gonna start going live to do Love and Marriage Huntsville reviews. And I was like, am I missing out? Like, am I missing out on views? Am I missing out on potential growth of my channel? Am I missing out on money? And I know I am, because even the pre-recorded videos of Love and Marriage Huntsville, they used to do very well. So I know that if I went live, that my lives would be really good. But I don't feel, I feel good about my decision not to return. I really do. That's not what we're here to talk about. But this past week on July 2nd, we found out that former cast member Kiki, well, I saw on social media where it's Kiki Dawson Jabbar, she passed away, and it's now been confirmed that she passed away from carbon monoxide poisoning, and that is so sad because and I saw she has 3 kids, right? 2 boys and a girl, and I just feel bad because those kids are young. They're younger than I am. And I just feel bad because, my mom has passed away, but my mom passed away when I was an adult. And I can only imagine what it's like for those kids, right? You're going through, you're getting older, and you're going to have life events that your mom will never be a part of, right? Same with me, right? My mom won't be able to see me have kids. She won't be able to see me get married. So I do, my heart definitely goes out to those children because I know what that feels like to lose your mom. It's a terrible feeling, and it's the worst feeling in the world to lose your mother and to know that you'll never see her again. You'll never make memories with her, right? Now, I know that people are saying that I don't know this YouTuber. I think her name is Marcella Speaks. Now, I don't know much about her. And I know she initially came out with this, a statement from the family. And I've since heard that I believe Kiki's family has come out and said that that's not a statement from them, that was from Wanda, Miss Wanda. And so, again, I don't know how true that is, right? But the one thing that I have to say, and then we'll get back to, because it's terrible. We know the issues between Letitia and Kiki, right? We've saw it on a television show. So I did see that I believe one of Kiki's uncles asked them not to come to the funeral, right? It's terrible, 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 right? I do feel bad for Letitia. You guys can feel however you want to feel, but I feel bad for her because you don't want that to happen where you had issues with a family member and you were never able to rectify them, and now you'll never be able to rectify them because the person is dead and gone. I couldn't imagine living with that kind of that kind of feeling. And you can say guilt, right? I can imagine living with it. That's why with my family and friends, we go through moments where we don't we don't talk to each other, but we gonna make up. Like, we're gonna make up. That's just that for me. Because I don't want nothing bad to happen to people, and then, you have to think about, like, damn, I didn't treat them right when they were here, and now I'll never get the chance to tell them I love them, I'm sorry, and things of that nature. And what I also want to say is, to the people, because I posted on Instagram, because Letitia posted something, and one of the blogs picked it up, right? And so I was like, you guys were watching an edited show. You guys don't know the particulars of their relationship. So, and at the end of the day, that is still her cousin, and people still found ways to have an issue with what I said and want to come at me. It's like, my God, some of y'all are just, ugh. Like, no, some of y'all need to get a grip on reality. That's all I have to say. But what I will say is rest in peace to Kiki. And I think it's time that they go ahead and wrap up Love and Marriage Huntsville. I know it's supposed to be the #1 show on OWN, but it's terrible and it's toxic. The fandom is toxic. Some of the people on the show is toxic. Neither here nor there, you guys. But that's really all I got to say. And yeah, you guys let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section, and rest in peace to Kiki. So let's pause here and let's go ahead and move forward, you guys. Right, you guys. So the next story we're gonna talk about. Now we finna laugh again, right? We finna laugh. Rick Ross. Rick Ross. I guess you fucked around and found out that day when you went to Canada trying to troll them people by playing Not Like Us. Like, I don't understand why you went to Canada. I don't know if he thought that just because, most of these people are white, they ain't gonna do nothing to me. Shit, they showed you the hard way that they ain't fucking with you. Because they was turning you and your security up. But I don't understand why he went there and tried to troll those people. Like, it's that's just like if you go to anybody, like if you beefing with somebody and you go to their hood and you try to disrespect them in their neighborhood, in their area, and you by yourself or you ain't got a lot of people, nigga, they finna come and jump. They finna come and tear you the fuck up. That's stupid. That's stupid. And then you got 50 Cent clowning him. And you guys know how I feel about 50. 50, I don't see if 50 gets on my last damn nerves, right? And he likes to troll people. Rick Ross being one of them, right? Did I find what he did funny? I was like, oh, here go 50 being a troll, who I did find funny. I know most people don't find her funny, and I'm gonna tell you guys the reason why I find her funny. Tia Kemp. The reason why I find Tia Kemp funny is because she stays on that nigga's neck like it ain't shit. Tia Kemp stays on his neck. And he was wrong for calling her grandma. It's like, if she a grandma, you a grandpa, sir. Like, what are you talking about, Rick? What the hell are you talking about? Like, come on now. But I still just have the question of why did he feel the need to do that? And then I know Luke made us, said something. I got where Luke was coming from, but it's just like, okay, Luke, okay, we get it. We get it. We know what happened with Pac and Biggie. We absolutely do, right? Do I think that these beefs are gonna get that far? I honestly don't think so, but I honestly hope not, right? Number one, like, Drake is not a street nigga. He's not that. He's not that. He's not a gangster rapper. He's not a gangster rapper. He's not any of that shit. That's not who Drake is. So I don't expect. Now I do know that there was one shooting at his, but I just don't think it'll get to that point. I pray it don't get to that point because this stuff is really trivial. But even Biggie and Pac's beef was a little trivial too. But yeah, you guys, let me know what you guys thought about that in the comments below, and we'll pause here and we'll go ahead and wrap up the topics, you guys. So, you guys, the last topic. TGIF, you guys. So it has been officially announced that TGIF on Fox Soul has been canceled. So you guys know TGIF, it first premiered, consisted of Al Reynolds, Funky Dineva, and Claudia Jordan. Now we all know Funky left recently because of contract disputes, right? And I actually do believe him when he says that. Other people would love to say he got fired, but I believe him. I actually believe him, right? And so then they brought on Armand Wiggins. Now I will say, when it comes to Armand, I don't watch his YouTube. Let's just be real. I have saw clips of him circulating online, and from what I've saw, I don't think he would be for me per se. But it is what it is, right? Everybody ain't for everybody, and he just wouldn't be for me, right? Now you guys know, I think we discussed it. I could be wrong, but I think we discussed that roast that they did for Al for his birthday, which wasn't really a roast. It was literally a read. So, they've been on hiatus ever since, and people have been speculating and wondering, has TGIF been canceled, right? And so this week, Claudia, now I know that interview with Claudia was pre-recorded, which she did with Carlos, right? I know it was pre-recorded, so it wasn't live. But what I will say is, in that interview, it felt like she was, so here's my thing. With that interview with Claudia, it felt like Claudia was doing a lot of, you know, well, I'm this kind of, and I will say, I don't like it when people do that. I hate it when people do that because I always feel like people say, well, I'm this kind of person, I'm that kind of person, I'm this kind of person, I'm that kind of person. I do this, I feel like people who do that, they're saying all those things to make themselves believe that they are this quote unquote good person. Because if you're a good person, you don't have to scream it from the rafters, you don't have to shout it from the rooftops. If you're a good person, it shows itself in how you live your life, right? It shows itself in the way that you treat people, in the way that you interact with people. That's when you know someone is a good person. You know what I'm saying? Because like at my job, my boss, he he praises me for helping members on my team, and I'm like, they asked a question, so if I know the answer, what's the purpose of me sitting here and just ignoring them? That's stupid, right? So a good person, you don't have to say it. It speaks for itself. That's what I feel, right? But that's what Claudia was going, right? Then I felt like she was trying to sit there and blame Al for some of the stuff, and it's like I don't think that Al is to blame for whatever, but okay. And then the stuff with Armand, it's like, how did he know that stuff? Because he hasn't been there that long, and it just felt very personal. But hey, it is what it is, right? But TGIF has been canceled, baby. I wouldn't. Ain't nothing gonna keep me from $250,000. You feel me? Like I would go to work. We get on that camera. We do our topics. We get off camera. We may have our production meeting after that. Had a production meeting. Do like Nene Leakes did at their reunion, season 12 for Real Housewives of Atlanta. Close that laptop and go about my business and to the next day. Like I don't understand why things have to get personal. That's my thing. I never understand how people get personal at work. Never understood it. But hey, the show has been canceled. Armand, I know he was thinking about speaking out, but I don't know if he has. Claudia is now talking about she's gonna spill all the tea. Girl, go for it. But yeah, you guys, that's all we got this week. Let me know what you guys thought about the topics that I've discussed in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video, you guys. Until the next time, stay safe. Take care of yourselves, you guys. Wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.